Is Madeira only for the rich? In this video, I'm gonna give you my answer at the end of the video. Now, for those who don't know where Madeira is, belonging to Portugal, named the best island destination in the world for several years. As you can see in the picture, it's a lovely place with great weather, low crime, and great infrastructure, great hospitals. So definitely a location you would think is just for the rich. But let's see if that is really the case. Should you want to consider investing in property in Madeira, you need to be aware of the tax changes that happened with the golden visa in Portugal. So Portugal has been very successful in attracting residents in the last few years because of this golden visa program. The golden visa allow you to basically get residents investing in real estate, and then after 5 years you have the option of getting citizenship. Very popular with non-EU people, of course. Change in 2022 is that the bigger cities like Lisbon, Porto, they are not longer eligible for that scheme. So you're no longer getting residency investing in those locations. The reason is because those property prices have skyrocketed in those locations, so is making life harder for the local residents who are usually on much lower salaries and much lower earnings than the rich foreigners that are coming and buying these properties. So for that reason, the Portuguese government was forced to make some changes. And the good news is that Madeira is not included in those cities. So Madeira is still eligible for the golden visa investment, and get your visa with a new property of at least 500,000 euros. On a lower budget, you can still get an older property for at least 350,000 euros that you can renovate. This should be 30 years old, over 30 years old, and in a particular location, and the city council can definitely let you know where these locations are. Funchal, which is the capital of Madeira, there are certain areas, and in particular the city's central area, which is the most interesting. Also, it's more likely that you get your property rented for more time during the year and for a higher rent. Big advantage here, taxation. In Portugal, if you are renting your property out short term, you can avail of the 28% flat tax rate. Is not including the expenses. The interesting thing is 65% of your income is considered an expense. The 28% is then much reduced and can go down to about 8% low tax on your short-term rentals. Another big tax benefit is the reduced corporate tax rate. Of course, this is done because Madeira is a small island in the Atlantic, so it's definitely at a disadvantage, and the Portuguese government is allowing companies to trade and be taxed at a reduced rate, which is 15%, and I think for new entities even lower at 5% of the taxable income, one of the lowest rates in Europe. You would think that in such a great location property prices would be really high, and that again is not the case, because you can buy a property starting from 70 to 100,000 euros. So it is definitely affordable for most investors. You can definitely find lower prices, but you're not going to be in a position to rent your property easily and for good prices. So I wouldn't really buy in different areas. Let's take a look here about at the property available to rent. These are the prices for the high season, and even the kind of smaller places, I think you can easily rent them out for 70-100 euro a night, and depending on the quality of the property and the location. Now I'm not particularly familiar with Funchal. I'm planning to visit in the future, but I don't know much, so definitely there's as for everywhere else, it depends on the area. With the weather that you have there, you're not going to rent just for 2-3 months in the summer, and this is great because with the low taxes, I think is a very solid investment. Capital appreciation, I don't think is going to be that good. Here I think is more if you want to invest for income. I don't think property prices will definitely go much higher in the future. So yeah, Madeira is definitely not just for the rich. You can invest there, enjoy staying there yourself for if you're working remotely, if you're a digital nomad, or if you just want a holiday there and then rent it out the rest of the time. It's very good to consider that.
Thank you for joining us today. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more informative content. Bye for now.